I'm here with PGA Pro Pat Phillips from Woods to Wedges inside the Whirly Golf Dome. Woods to Wedges, one of our presenting sponsors here on Tee to Green. So as always, we appreciate their support of the show. And Pat, kind enough to take a few minutes out of his busy schedule to join us here today. And Pat, it's been a busy year for everyone in the golf industry. Last year with COVID, golf was one of the areas that people were able to participate in. And it seems like it's carrying right over here into 2021. I know you guys are jamming over there, which is a great thing to have.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on. It's always good to talk with you guys. The industry is just going crazy. I think last year, there was like 57 million more rounds of golf played. There was a ton of people getting back into the game that were lapsed. There's a ton of people getting back in the game never played before. They had a lesson yesterday. There's two guys never even touched a golf club before. So it's been super busy. And it's great for golf, but it also kind of gets into some more challenging things as far as getting people equipment and getting people in and service them for lessons and fittings.
Yeah, we know that with the excitement, the good problem is that people are excited. They want to get new equipment. They want to get new clubs. They want to get fitted. And obviously Woods to Wedges is the place to go in Western New York for that. With that being said, Pat, it's very busy. So if you're going to go and kind of plan on getting a fitting or get new clubs and everything, there's a few things maybe you want to know ahead of time before you get there. It might just not be as easy right now with the fact that the demand is so high.
Yeah, it definitely is. And like right now we're already booking a month out. And we have a waiting list of like 20 or 30 people that want to get, that we have scheduled within the next month, the next 3-4 weeks, but they want to get in sooner. So it's getting trickier to get people in, but we expect to as we go along. There does come up with some cancellations. People, as the weather gets nicer, there's going to be people kind of bailing out here and there. So we're able to get people in sometimes earlier, but right now we're not promising anything. But we're a month out for that, lessons, fittings, anything, and then equipment wise. Custom irons are a challenge. Most companies are quoting like 5 weeks once we put the order in. Drivers and stuff like that. We have a really big supply of woods and fairway woods, hybrids, and stuff like that. So most times people can leave after the fitting with the driver or fairway wood. But the irons is something that we're a little challenged, I would say, to get them in a decent amount of time to people. It used to be before COVID, it was 7 to 10 business days. You got your custom irons. It was great, but it's just there's so much going on right now where the shaft companies are overwhelmed. The grip companies. I think there was a shipment of grips that went into the ocean. So there's a big grip shortage. It's crazy. It's really, really good.
Yeah, so good to hear that business is great. Woods to Wedges is the place. Pat Phillips, the PGA Pro over there inside the Whirly Golf Dome. Pat, even if somebody is maybe not interested in buying brand new clubs at this moment or getting fitted for clubs, they can come for lessons. And I know that might be something they might be able to get to a little sooner, right? That if they want to come for a lesson.
Yeah, that's. I guess we're still booking out a month with that too. Yeah. It is. I wish we just need. We probably need more space where we are. We're kind of. Yeah. It's a good problem to have, but then it gets to be a little tricky to get people in. But we're doing the best that we can. We kind of expanded our hours in April, so we're handling more and more fittings. I think we did last month. I think we did close to 300 fittings, and I think the year before that, the year before that we were closed for half of COVID. But in 2019, I think we had we doubled our fittings in the month of March. So we're doing the best we can, and we'll keep trying this. We'll get you in as best we can.
Excellent. So for those, Pat, that maybe don't know the benefit of being properly fit for the club, I know you could go into a whole bunch of different specs as to why, and it varies depending upon even what club you're using. But just you could maybe, in a general answer, like what's the best reason to be fit for your clubs that you're going to play?
Yeah, the best reason is because you never know what's going to be best for yourself. I mean, you read about Golf Digest, the hot list all the time, right? So everybody thinks, this, I read about this club seems like it would be good for me. But as we go through it and you compare one club after another, and we're not brand biased, we'll let you hit Mizuno, Callaway, TaylorMade, Titleist. You hit all these clubs side by side, and usually there's a pretty clear winner. After you're done with this, so if we can get somebody to the right head style, the right flex shaft, the right weight, length, and lie angle, all these things that come into play, they all have a little bit of benefits, but together it's an immense benefit. And as we're doing our lessons, Dave Petronic and I, when we're doing our lessons there, we're kind of evaluating somebody's bag as they're in there too, because we want to see if there's something holding them back. You know what I mean? There could be the driver just could be totally unfit for them. Right. And so we do that kind of stuff too. They don't know it sometimes, but we're evaluating their bag and make sure that they got the right equipment, because if somebody's playing the totally wrong set of irons or driver for them, it makes it more difficult for us as instructors to get them to do what we want them to do.
How much has Bryson DeChambeau and his videos and challenges that we've seen from him on the course related to people coming in saying, I want to swing like that?
I know. The good thing is like he swings like a gorilla, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, we don't promote that. It's like, he's an anomaly. It's kind of crazy the way he's increased his club head speed and everything like that. And he promotes the one length irons, which is for us has always kind of been a challenge. It has been a real big demand for that, and we try to explain to people that the one length irons that he plays is for him is they're totally different than you're going to get the set off the wall. But he has a club head speed that kind of can realize different yardages. What we find with the single length irons is that the long irons don't go far enough, and the short irons go too far. So there's not enough gapping in that. Yeah. So we've had a few people ask about that stuff. So we kind of discourage that. We try to get them in a traditional set of irons.
Absolutely. Pat Phillips with us, the PGA Pro. Last thing for you, Pat. I know every company every year has their new equipment, a new line of clubs and drivers and wedges and putters. Is there a trend for 2021 this year that you're seeing from companies across the board, or what's kind of the buzz or the trend of this year equipment wise?
Well, they're all pretty equal right now. I mean, as everybody's after drivers, especially everybody's after the distance market. Yeah. And it was really pretty even between Callaway, Ping, and TaylorMade last month when we were looking at. They were neck and neck as far as driver sales. Yeah. Irons is kind of all over the board. It depends. There's such a wide variety of looks and styles of irons, so it's kind of hard to tell that too. But the big ones that like the Callaway, the Mizuno irons, and the TaylorMade irons seem to be kind of winning out over anything else so far.
Yeah. The number to contact Pat or Dave or Kevin or Donna over at the shop, 632-3021. Also, woodstowedgesbuffalo.com is the website. So we'll be joined by Pat and some of the other guys there throughout the year here as Woods to Wedges, again, a proud presenting sponsor here on Tee to Green. Pat, thanks so much for joining us. Appreciate the insight, and good luck with the busy golf season here.
Thanks, Brian. Pleasure to be on.